Hi, welcome to the first vidcast for January 2011, in fact the first of this year. I know that the blog has been out a little time, as has the blogcast. It's just finding time to do the video option, and I hope that those of you who prefer to watch the video are not disappointed that you've had to wait so long. I'm going to start off today by looking at a video from Mobile Future. It speaks for itself really, but it's got some stunning statistics, facts and visual clues. This video takes a tour of key consumer and technology mobile trends across 2010, which was in fact a very eventful year. There are some highlights in the video. The increase in apps downloaded is quite amazing. There were 5 billion apps downloaded, up from the 3 million in 2009. As far as location-based services are concerned, there are 5 million Foursquare users, which is up from the 200,000 users in 2009. There was a 347% growth in Twitter mobile usage and 200 million mobile Facebook users. 100 million YouTube videos were played on mobile devices every single day. 100 million. The video clip itself just started up for you. The address is obviously at the top of the screen.
We have 2 minutes and 51 seconds to explain that 2010 was the year that people connected the world. Consider 2009, 300 million apps downloaded. 2010, 5 billion apps downloaded. If the world population grew at the same rate, it would jump from 7 billion people in 2009 to 112 billion people in a single year. But
you get the idea. It's quite an impressive video, and I'm sure there'll be something there that you will find of use. The next is a find that was brought to my attention by Chrissy Turkington. It is well, until this year I knew nothing about it at all, but it is actually quite impressive. It's a visual bookmarking tool using mind mapping like interface to help users organize their web page shortcuts in a much more intuitive way than the typical browser bookmark lists, and it also allows users with common interests to link together in the same camp and to add to the resources that are made available. When you go initially, hang on, let's just get rid of that. What I'll take you to first of all is the mind mapping software blog, where Pearltrees is explained in far more detail than I've got time to explain to you, and it goes through in quite detail the social aspects, etc. That are involved with Pearltrees. Pearltrees itself, you can go in, you don't have to log in. If you want to find me, for example, if you type in ACL John and do a search, what you will find when it all arrives, here we go, there are loads of different pearls on the screen, one of which is called ACL John. If I click onto that, you will see, let me just zoom in so that you can see much better, you'll see that these pearls have got names on them, and as I'm adding things into the e-magazine, so I'm adding them into the various pearls. The most important one, I suppose, the most important one for most of you will be the pearl that's called resource links. If I actually log in, just bear with me. Okay, you'll see that I'm now logged in. One of the most useful parts of here, let's just zoom in so you can see it. Let's just click on it first of all. Okay, I clicked on the little grid there, and it's basically a list of all of the different pearl trees that I have produced. Let me just escape from that. And if I click on any of them, for example, if I go on to resource links, what it does is it puts resource links here in the middle. Let's just change it to blue so it stands out a little bit more. In the middle there are the resource links, but around the outside are all of the pearls that are related to the resource links. They're also listed down here, and it continues down the page down there as well. And again, if I click on any of those, let's take research, well, let's take e-assessment for example. If I click on it, it goes to the pearl, and it also has the clip and share pearl, which again comes up over on the left hand side. Let me just click on that. Okay, and it opens it up in the page. You have the option to open it in a new tab, etc., or return to the pearls. It's a very interactive resource. It's one that I think's got a lot of potential, and it's one where you can actually collaborate. You could have resource links, for example, for different subject areas, different courses, and so on. If I just click back on ACL John at the top there, we go back to my home page. Okay, right, that's Pearltrees. The next resource is a new website. It provides engaging and interactive environment for practitioners and learners to explore what they get out of the UK's European Union membership in your daily lives. It's a no-nonsense guide, and it's filled with examples, projects, facts, figures from the UK for the UK. There are sections on travel and working, fair deal for consumers, food and environment, fighting crime. You can even look at what the European Union are doing for your area within the UK. There are some EU myths, some news and views, etc. Let's just go over to the website. Okay, on the home page, there are various links to various pieces. There is a video clip. I'll just fire it up. Okay, I'm not going to waste time playing it now. You can play it yourselves. What the EU does, and when you click on that, oh, it's opened up now. If I'd have hovered over there, you could have chosen from these, but there's the travelling and working, fair deal for consumers, food and environment, etc. The EU in my area, again, I clicked on it. I could have hovered over, but if I go to the northwest where we're based, it opens up with St Helens Rail Station, the National Wildlife Centre, and so on, where funds have been used from the European Union. There are EU myths. There's the About Us I quite like. Again, in here there is a timeline. If we click on the timeline, you can actually move your mouse to the right and it will move along, move your mouse to the left and it will move in the opposite direction. So let's just move to the right, and as I'm sure you're all aware, in 2002, there you go, the euro, let's just zoom in so you can see it, the euro replaced national currencies in 15 member states. Here in England, of course, we stuck with the pound. So that's all about Europe and what it means to you. Fourth find today is, I came across this by accident more than anything else. It's the Farmers Guardian video channel. For those doing land-based study, there are a considerable number of video clips that may well be useful. I mean, say for example, if you're looking at managing grassland, the John Deere at grassland here, let's just click on it and then move across to the video. Here we go, quick flash for John Deere. John Deere want to give me a tractor, by all means do. And it goes through showing you them at work with subtitles, etc. Again, I'm not going to waste time talking about it. You can look at that yourselves. I'm reliably informed that there are some cracking videos there for land-based studies. I know that there are a considerable number of people, especially in adult and community learning and work-based learning, who are on the move, and to be able to edit documents from wherever you are, and this of course will include learners who are work-based. Mobile editing in Google Docs is a big plus. Again, the link's at the top of the page, but this goes through in some detail. Let me just start it off. Okay, it just gives you an introduction to how Google Docs can be used by people who are on the move from their mobile phones. Okay, I'll just close that down. The next find, the penultimate find, is again looking at safeguarding more than anything else. It's from Edudemic. I've included them quite a lot over the months. It's the Every Teacher's Must-Have Guide to Facebook, and if I go to, it helps if I go to it. If you go here, it goes through. I've got a horrible feeling we're going to get a player come up because I clicked on something. There we go. It goes through how to set up and use Facebook. There is a Facebook guide that is embedded in Scribd. For those of you who have not had a look at Scribd, I suggest that you do. Again, I'm not going to go through it now. How not to suck at Facebook. There's a very nice video there that has been produced by a learner, which is well worth a closer look. There are some infographics on things that you should and shouldn't do on Facebook, etc. So there's quite a lot of resources for safeguarding. You might want to use that for Internet Safety Day, which is coming up in February. And finally, an article from Personnel Today, which is all about how HR teams are struggling to keep up with equality legislation. And again, if you follow the link on the top of the page, it starts off, despite the majority of employers providing diversity training for some members of their HR team, 4 out of every 10 employers are not confident that their HR teams are kept sufficiently up to date on equality legislation to perform their jobs. You can read the full article by going to the link at the top of the page, and I think again it will be of interest to you. So that's all from me today.